take my hand and start a brand new day. And together as one we'll start to see some change.
It's my pleasure, really, an honor to introduce our new CEO, Afira DeVries. I was fortunate to be on the search committee, and we had some incredible candidates from around the country. I think word is out about Roanoke's United Way and what it does and the partnerships that it has. So we had some really incredible candidates. But quickly, Afira rose to the top. I mean, I think she showed her passion, her knowledge, her experience, especially what she has done down in the Tampa area is exactly what we needed. And so, and for positions like that, I look not for only who can lead the organization, but who do we want in the community leadership team. And I think Afira really meets that bill. So really pleased to welcome Afira here and to be working with her for many years ahead as we build a stronger, more resilient community. Thank you.
I am so grateful to be here with you tonight. This is my first opportunity to kick off a campaign here in the Roanoke Valley. I've been on the job for 5 months, and in this time I've been blessed to meet many of you and have incredible interactions with people who collectively care so much about the greater good. And I'm not sure if that's something that's a universally understood blessing, but I hope that you do realize how unusual that is and how wonderful it is to be in a community where so many people care, and they care enough to work together to solve problems. And so I want to start by thanking you for welcoming me into such a wonderful, welcoming, and thoughtful environment. It's been a good ride so far. Now, normally, on a night like tonight, I'm a lot shorter than I look, excuse me. This is the night when we kick off our fund development efforts for the year, and normally on a night like tonight, under normal circumstances, what I would do is I would share with you our aspirations for the year, and I would talk to you about our goals for the year, and I would tell you why those things were important, and in fact, I may still get to those thoughts. But these are not actually normal circumstances. I don't think that we at the United Way would reflect on the last few weeks and call them typical. And I would instead say they were a bit unusual. And because of that, I think what I want to do instead is share some thoughts with you about who we are, what we are as an organization, and what we are truly in the business of doing. And I think maybe I want to start by sharing with you what matters to me. Because coming here has meant a great deal to me personally as well as professionally. Doing this work, representing this mission, isn't just work for me. So there are a couple of things that are specifically and particularly important to me. I'm particularly proud of them as a person. So if you don't mind me taking a personal interlude here. I am particularly proud of my beautiful family. And I am incredibly proud of the talented, passionate people that I get to work with every day. Many of you are in this room tonight. And I am incredibly proud and feel incredibly blessed to represent this important and extraordinary mission. And it is an extraordinary mission because it is based on the premise that we, all of us, we rise by lifting others. And that is a motivation that drives us every day when we show up at work, isn't it, gang? I'm looking at my team out there. Things get tough, but we remember, we rise by lifting others. So, when you are committed to that notion, and when that is the ideal that drives you as an organization and as a group of people, there are a couple of things that you cannot do. There are a couple of things that you can never be if you hope to be effective. You can never be judgmental of those who are seeking a better life. You can never be judgmental of those who are at risk. And you can't be judgmental because judgment and compassion are incompatible concepts. They don't work together. But instead, what we do is we meet people where they are. And we do it with dignity. And we do it with the hope of inspiring those we serve to believe in their own capacity. And when we do, when we are successful, then we see results. We see results like the results we saw last year when 1,200 people accessed job training programs in this community and found employment that allowed them to support their families and dream of a better future. We, your United Way, cannot be politicized, and we can't be pressured to do that which is not aligned to our mission. We can't. And we can't do that because humans are complex creatures, aren't we? We are. So someone has to care enough to commit to finding realistic solutions for complicated problems. And when we do that, when we all do it together, we see success. We see a 55% decrease in the rate of teen pregnancies in this region in the space of a decade. And as a result, we see a 40% increase in graduation rates. Those are facts, and they're facts for this community. And perhaps most importantly, United Way does not have the luxury of being deterred or daunted by challenges. We have a job to do in this community. And we have a job to do because we occupy a very unique space in this community. We occupy the space between potential and opportunity. We are the bridge between those who are seeking to have a more fulfilling life and those who would give of themselves to help make that happen. We are that bridge. And if we aren't in that space, who will fill it? We can't find that out. We must occupy that space because there are so many people expecting us to stick it out and to try harder and to do better and to stay the course. Because if it isn't us, then who is it? United Way has stood the test of time, and we've weathered many storms in the duration of our existence. We're not an exception. But we are able to do that because we know exactly who we are. And we own it. We own it. We are the voice for the voiceless because if you are heard, then you can have hope. We are driven to solve problems, but we first must seek to understand them. And when we do, we are bold in challenging the conventional wisdom that serves as a barrier to success for so many. And most importantly, we are essential. We are essential to any community that truly believes that the success and prosperity of their neighbor is the success and prosperity of themselves, of ourselves. We rise by lifting others, and that is fundamental to your United Way. So tonight we kick off our 2015 Fund Development effort, our campaign. And within the confines of the next 10 months, most of you will be asked to do all kinds of outrageous things on behalf of this mission, right? Many of you have done it before. We've got the pictures. So we're going to ask you to do it again, but I want to tell you that when it feels like work, remember that we are in the business of addressing the building blocks of a good life: education, income, and health. And when we do that, children enter school ready to learn. They go on to be teenagers that believe that they can rise above their circumstances and achieve more than maybe they ever thought they would have. These are the same children that will go on and become financially stable and live a healthy existence, and then turn around and give back to those coming up behind them. That's what happens when you support your United Way. And now we initiate a $5.5 million campaign to make that happen for thousands in this community. We will propel them along the path to financial stability, to educational achievement, to self-sufficiency. And that starts tonight. Now, we cannot do this without you. I know sometimes that sounds like rhetoric, but you know, there are 23 of us that work at United Way, and we serve thousands. We really can't do it without you. And there are few other words that can describe our appreciation better than simply saying thank you. Because we appreciate what you do every day to support us. When you give, when you advocate, when you volunteer, you make it so that we can turn around and make this community better. And tonight in particular, I want to say thank you for standing by us and standing for us. Because that's what we mean when we say, let's live united. Thank you.
Take my hand and start a brand new day. And together as one we'll start to see some change.